Wow, this team is sick. They've got a sick sense of humor. The Toronto Maple Leafs captain and the former Montreal Canadiens captain have teamed up to force a Game 7 against the Florida Panthers. Of course, there was no way this series was about to come to an end last night, because if the Leafs are going to choke, naturally, they're going to do it in Game 7 in front of all their fans at the Scotiabank Arena. You see, they managed to get all these little bipolar bears back on the bandwagon for the final game of the series, just to rip their hearts to shreds one last time. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just being a bit of a dickhead and I'm salivating at the thoughts of this potentially happening. But this Leafs Cats game review is brought to you by the good folks over at Mirage Trading, where, unlike the Leafs, they're never going to let you down. Mirage Trading has a huge online selection of hobby boxes to choose from, and you can find their links in the description of today's video. But here we go. Leafs! Kitty Cats! The puck is dropped. In the first 10 minutes of this hockey game, the Florida Panthers get a couple of golden opportunities to grab this game by the balls. You see, the Leafs, they take a couple of early penalties, but you do gotta give them some credit. Because not only did they manage to kill them off, no, but overall, they played a really solid 20 minutes of hockey during a game in which they could potentially be eliminated. In fact, Florida only managed to muster up just 2 shots on goal. The Leafs were putting on a shot blocking clinic out there, and most importantly, I even posted this message in my Discord server. I mean, that the first period of that hockey game was probably some of the best hockey that I've seen from Austin Matthews throughout this entire series. Ugh. And believe me when I say that makes me sick. But now we're going to move on to the second period, where Leafs fans, they started to shit their pants a little bit. It looked like the Florida Panthers, they were finally starting to wake up from that Leafs-induced coma that they were sleeping in, and all of a sudden they're putting a lot more pucks towards Joseph Waugh. But mostly from the perimeter, because the Leafs, they seemed like they were doing an extra good job keeping them to the outside. The Panthers are going to finish that period with 12 shots on goal, but somehow, some way, after 40 minutes of play, we still got a scoreless game. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all about to change in the third period. Oh my God. You see, a costly turnover finds its way to the stick of Austin Matthews. He fires a shot. Originally, I thought this one went upstairs, but no. It goes right between Bob's legs, and he can't believe it. This little asshole finally has his first career second-round goal. And it couldn't have come at a better time for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You see, Bob's seal has officially been broken. Just a few minutes later, it's going to be Max Pacioretty chipping one past Bob, putting the Leafs up by 2. And this goal was a dagger. Okay? The Panthers, they try to claw themselves back into it, but drywall's been left at home, brick wall is in the house, and he slams the door shut to earn a 22-save shutout. Guys, you gotta admit, the Toronto Maple Leafs look like a completely different team out there, and their fate will now be decided in Game 7, in front of all their fans, at the Scotiabank Arena. Hey, what could possibly go wrong? Just a couple of days ago, this fan base was ready to tear these players to shreds. They were tossing jerseys out onto the ice. They were setting them on fire. They were pissing all over them. Okay, maybe I lied about that last one, but still. Now everybody's holding hands again and singing John Lennon. It truly is something special. Game 7 is set to take place on Sunday, and of course, my question to all you beautiful viewers out there, who do you think takes Game 7? Will the Toronto Maple Leafs finally enter the third round of the playoffs, or did they just rope all their fans into another Game 7 upset? You can let me know your thoughts in the land down under. Please don't forget to give that like button a stone cold stunner before you leave here. I love it when you do that. I'm also going to pin the links for our Discord server in the comment section of this video. You're free to join, even if you're a Leafs fan. We love talking hockey in there. And hey, well, see you next time.